Create reliable and consistent income in retirement with these 3 approaches to property investing. First thing you've got to do before we talk about any strategy is talk about your goals. As they say, you can't hit a target if you don't know what you're aiming for. So set some crystal clear goals and then you can work back from there to understand what it is you're trying to achieve. For example, I'm 35 years old and would like to retire at 50 in 15 years' time. That gives me a 15-year time frame to work with. So I know how much time I've got, and therefore I know what strategies will fit into a 15-year time frame. I'm 57 and I'd like to retire at 65. I've got 8 years to reach that goal. So I know that some of the strategies that might have worked for my 35-year-old might not work for my 57-year-old. So set your time frames. Set, if you can think about it and be realistic, the amount of money you need to retire. Where are you going to retire? Are you retiring to London, Sydney, New York, Tokyo, Singapore, or are you retiring to the beach in the Philippines or Bangkok or wherever it may be? So where are you retiring? How much money do you need? And then what else have you got in place already? Do you have pensions? Have you done your national insurance? These are all ways to add additional income. Set your goals. That's the most important step before we look at any strategies. I'll give you 3 approaches and strategies you can take. The first is pretty simple and pretty boring. It's just vanilla, bog standard buy to let. It's where you buy a property, you get a mortgage on it, you put a tenant in it, and you let the tenant pay it off over time. So here, time is your friend. It's going to be more appropriate for those people that are further away from retirement, that have a bit more time to go, because they can let the tenant pay it off, inflation erode the debt, all that sort of good stuff. So that's something to consider. If you're a bit later on in the journey, then that's probably not going to be for you. Or the other thing to consider is putting down a larger deposit. So you could put down a 50% deposit and have it paid off in 10 years, or you could put down a 60% deposit and have it paid off sooner. So that's why having clear timeframes is so important, because it helps you with the rest of the planning. So that's simple buy to let. Do it once and then repeat it, so you've got properties building up over time. The second approach is the BRRR approach, which is buy, refurbish, refinance, and rent out. And then you can add another R, which is repeat if you want. This approach gets you earning cash a bit quicker, but it's a bit more capital intensive because you need to do the refurbishment. So again, if you've got your clear goals, you know what you've got to play with, you would know if this is or isn't for you. So BRRR, you purchase a property, a terrace house say, you renovate it, you add some value, and then you rent it out. So it's a bit like the standard buy-to-let approach, but you're doing a renovation, investing a bit more cash, and you'll be getting a bit more capital appreciation on the back end as a result of that. So those are the 2 approaches. And then the third one is a sort of a step up, or the next level from the BRRR approach, which is HMO strategy. So that's a house of multiple occupation. Basically, if you went to university or your children went to university, then they probably would have lived in a HMO. It's where you take a property, you renovate it, you add some bedrooms, which increases the value of the property, but more importantly, it also increases the yield. You've added some bedrooms, you increase the yield, and then you rent it out. So from a creating income perspective for retirement, you've got something that's had value added to it, that has a higher interest and return, so it's going to be giving you more income each month for your property. So those are on a sliding scale, I would say. Those are your 3 things. You've got your standard buy-to-let, your BRRR, then your BRRR into a HMO. As you can probably tell, they change or increase in complexity from a standard buy-to-let to a simple renovation to a more complex renovation. So again, if you do your proper goal setting, your clear goal setting, you'll know which ones are for you or what timeframes you've got to work within. If you're looking to create income for retirement using UK property, it's simple, it's a solid way to create income alongside other income streams. First of all, set your goals, and then you can delve into one of the 3 strategies that will help you reach those goals. If you would like any more information on this, or you think you could benefit from having a chat with one of the team here at APW, then please get in touch with us at the link below or at hello@apwproperty.co.uk. Thanks.